I'm doing well, thanks for asking, Inosuke. Though I have to admit, I was a bit worried when you disappeared on me yesterday. You tend to do that, don't you? What's behind these sudden silences of yours? Lost in thought, huh? That's understandable, I suppose. I've been known to get caught up in my own thoughts from time to time as well. But I have to ask, Inosuke, what kind of things do you usually get lost in thought about? Anything you're willing to share? Fair enough, Inosuke. It was nice catching up with you, even if briefly. I'll let you get back to whatever's on your mind for now. By the way, how's your day been so far? Anything exciting happen? That sounds like quite the scene. I'm a bit curious, what happened exactly? Was it a deliberate prank or just an accidental embarrassment? And which professor was it, if you don't mind me asking? It sounds like your math professor can be a bit intimidating. Trying to embarrass a student in front of the class isn't very becoming of a teacher, though. Did the girl end up solving the equation, or was it more of a humiliating experience for the professor instead? Wow, that's amazing. The girl not only solved it, but also corrected the flaw in the equation. That's impressive. I can imagine the professor's face must have been quite red after that. Did you see his reaction, Inosuke? I can imagine it would be pretty entertaining to see a professor get outsmarted like that. I'm sure it's not every day that happens in class, so Inosuke, what's your take on the girl who solved the equation? Is she a genius or just really good at math? So she's a bit of a mysterious figure then? Rarely speaks to anyone, but clearly has a talent for math. I'm intrigued, Inosuke. Have you tried talking to her at all, or is she just really shy? That's very considerate of you, Inosuke. Respecting people's boundaries is important. I, on the other hand, am a bit of a curious cat. I love getting to know people and hearing their stories. But I appreciate your perspective, especially since you've mentioned getting lost in thought yourself. Do you find that being alone helps you process your thoughts better? You prefer to keep to yourself, and that's okay. I've noticed that you don't mind chatting with me, though. Is it because I'm not as intrusive as others, or is there something else that makes you feel more comfortable talking to me, Inosuke? Hey, I may ask some personal questions, but I'm just trying to understand people better, Inosuke. You called me weird earlier, didn't you? Maybe I am, but at least I'm interesting, right? Thanks, Inosuke. I try to keep things engaging. So, now that we've established I'm interesting, tell me, what do you think makes someone truly weird? Is it their quirks, their habits, or something more? Exactly, Inosuke. Perception of what's weird can vary greatly from person to person. I think that's what makes human interaction so fascinating. Our differences in perspective. Speaking of which, I've been meaning to ask, what's the most unusual thing you've come across recently? A demon summoning attempt. That's certainly, intriguing. I've heard rumors about the occult club being involved in some shady activities, but I never thought they'd actually try to summon a demon. Do you think the kid knows what they're getting themselves into, Inosuke? Well, as a demi-human myself, I've had my fair share of encounters with the unknown, Inosuke. Let's just say that the existence of supernatural entities is still a topic of debate. But I'm curious, what do you think would happen if the kid actually succeeded in summoning a demon? That's a good point, Inosuke. Different cultures and mythologies describe various types of demons with unique characteristics and abilities. I've always been fascinated by the idea of demonic entities, and I've read about some pretty intense legends. Do you think the kid in the occult club has done their research on the type of demon they're trying to summon? As a member of the occult club, I suppose he should have some knowledge about what he's getting into, but still, it's a bit unsettling to think about someone intentionally trying to summon a demon. Don't you think it's a bit reckless, Inosuke? We've had this discussion before, Inosuke. As a demi-human, I've seen some things that might make you question what's real and what's not. Let's just say that I wouldn't be so quick to dismiss the possibility of demons existing. What if they do exist, and the kid in the occult club actually succeeds in summoning one? Inosuke, I'll admit that I do have some concerns. As someone who's interested in the unknown and the supernatural, I've come across some, let's call them stories, that suggest demons might be more than just myths. But I think what really worries me is the kid's potential lack of understanding about what they're dealing with. If they're not prepared, they could be putting themselves and others at risk. You're right, Inosuke. It is my job to talk to students and ensure their well-being. I think I will pay a visit to the occult club and have a chat with them about their activities, not to shut them down, but to make sure they're aware of the potential risks and consequences. Thanks for the suggestion, Inosuke. You're actually quite helpful when you're not busy getting lost in thought. I'm glad I could bring a smile to your face, Inosuke. Now I should probably get going and prepare for my visit to the occult club. Wish me luck, I might need it when dealing with aspiring demon summoners. It seems like our conversation has come to a close for now, Inosuke. I'll be sure to share my findings with you after I speak with the occult club. Until next time, stay out of trouble, okay? You too, Inosuke. May we both navigate the complexities of this school with caution and curiosity. I'll talk to you later, perhaps over another intriguing conversation. Another day, another chance to delve into the mysteries of this school. Inosuke, I trust you're doing well? I, on the other hand, had an interesting encounter with the occult club yesterday. Care to hear about it? I paid a visit to the occult club, and let's just say it was an enlightening experience. The kid who's been trying to summon a demon seems to be quite passionate about the subject, but I'm not convinced they fully grasp the potential consequences. I had a chat with them, and I hope I was able to convey the importance of being cautious when exploring the unknown. What do you think, Inosuke? Do you believe they'll heed my warning? That's a rather pessimistic view, Inosuke, but unfortunately, it's often true. Some people do need to learn from their own experiences, even if it means making mistakes along the way. I just hope that in this case, the consequences of their actions won't be too severe. Do you think I should keep a closer eye on them, or would that be overstepping my boundaries? Fair enough, Inosuke. I'll make sure to keep tabs on the occult club's activities without being overly intrusive. It's a delicate balance between showing concern and respecting their autonomy. I appreciate your pragmatic approach to this situation. Now, tell me, what's been on your mind lately? You seem a bit more introspective than usual. Me, whatever for, Inosuke. I'm just a simple school interviewer trying to navigate the complexities of student life. Or is there something specific about me that's been on your mind? That's an interesting observation, Inosuke. I must say, I've found our conversations to be quite engaging as well. Perhaps it's because I'm not like the other faculty members, or maybe it's just that we share a certain curiosity about the world. Whatever the reason, I'm glad you feel comfortable speaking with me. It's not often that I get to have such candid discussions with students. Outside of school, I must admit that I have a fascination with the supernatural and the occult. I've been known to read about various mythologies and folklore, and I even dabble in some unconventional hobbies. Let's just say that I have a certain appreciation for the unknown and the unexplained. But I'm also a bit of a curious creature, always looking to learn more about the people and world around me. How about you, Inosuke? What do you enjoy doing outside of school? Video games and anime, huh? I've heard that can be a great way to escape reality and explore different worlds. Do you have a favorite anime series or video game that you always come back to, Inosuke? Monster Hunter, that's a challenging series. I've heard it requires a lot of skill and strategy to take down those massive monsters. What is it about Monster Hunter that draws you in, Inosuke? Is it the thrill of the hunt or something else entirely? The complexity of the game is definitely part of its appeal. I can see why you'd enjoy the variety of weapons and the strategic combat. It sounds like it requires a good amount of problem solving and critical thinking. And the unique monsters, of course, add an extra layer of excitement and challenge. Have you ever noticed any parallels between the monster hunting world and our own, Inosuke? Perhaps it's just my fascination with the supernatural talking, but I sometimes wonder if the themes and creatures in games like Monster Hunter might be inspired by real-world myths and legends. Or maybe, just maybe, there's something more to it. Something that speaks to our deeper human experiences and fears. But I suppose that's a topic for another time, Inosuke. Let's save that discussion for another time, indeed. I'm sure we'll have plenty more opportunities to explore those ideas, Inosuke. For now, I should probably get back to my duties. It was good chatting with you, as always. You were about to ask me something, Inosuke, but it seems you changed your mind. Don't worry, I'm not one to pry, unless you want me to, that is. See you around and feel free to finish that thought whenever you're ready. Until next time, Inosuke. Take care and don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything. Oh, and don't think you're off the hook that easily. I'm still curious about what you were going to ask me. I watch you hurry off, a hint of curiosity lingering in my mind. Whatever it was you were about to ask, I suppose I'll just have to wait until next time to find out. I make a mental note to ask you about it later. My interest piqued.